de Largie from Australian Critical Minerals. Dean, it is a pleasure to have you on the show. How are you?
Thank you, Shay. It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm well, thank you very much.
Now, I've noticed that you have consolidated 6 properties over in Peru. Now, what is so important about this land package over in Peru, considering that they are all different metals?
They've been put together over a number of years, and they with a view to having assets that mostly have tier one potential. Having 6 projects with a variety of styles of mineralization gives us some protection against market sentiment and fluctuations in market sentiment. We've got projects that cover gold, silver, the base metals, lead, zinc, with also some high-grade silver in those. And we've also got a couple of impressive lithium solar projects that we believe will come to importance as the lithium market heats up again, as we can see is happening.
Now, you've just come back from Peru. Obviously, you were inspecting this new land package. Tell me, what did you achieve while you were on the ground there?
Yeah, we've been putting a number of steps in place, pushing ahead with our drill permission permits on Flint, organising geophysics contractors to get on the ground as soon as we've got private property owner permissions, and we've been pushing ahead with those permissions. We've just got a couple more signatures to go, and then we can pull the trigger on the geophysics program at Flint. We're expecting the drill permissions to come through on Flint in the next 4 weeks or so, and then we can push ahead with drilling in probably November is our sort of view that we'll have a rig on the ground in November. And then, of course, the geophysics, we're hoping to get that underway in October. So as soon as we've got the modelling done on Flint for the geophysics, we've got most of the drill targets ready to go. We want to just confirm that with the new modelling on the geophysics, and then we'll be drilling our best targets possible and on Flint, and then we'll be underway. On the other projects, Riqueza, we're pushing ahead with getting some geologists in place to go out to Riqueza and get further sampling done on Riqueza and further secure out the drill targets that we've already got planned there. We've got a huge database of information. We want to just check a few of those sites, and then we'll push ahead with drill permissions on Riqueza, and we'll be drilling in the new year on Riqueza.
I'm so glad you mentioned Flint and Riqueza, as it seems that this is where a lot of the momentum is going to come from in the short term. There's some pretty interesting historical grades here that you've put out in the update. Can you rattle off a couple of tantalizing numbers that hints at maybe what's to come?
Riqueza has an 8-kilometre anomaly of some very high grade copper silver grades in this large intermediate sulfidation structure. We've got thousands of grams per tonne of silver. We've got 80 odd samples with between 1 and 8%, 8.7% copper on Riqueza. So these are supported by some earlier geophysics that was done some years ago. So these are really high value, large properties that we see definitely as having tier one potential. Flint has got an older geophysics program on the northern half, a very solid, well-defined chargeability anomaly. We're going to be following that up with our current geophysics and extending that to the south with a natural source AMT program, and we've got about 600 rock samples over the Flint property. We're going to be following that up a little bit more rock sampling in the south end where it's not as dense as the north end, and then we'll be combining that information with the new modelling on geophysics. This geophysics anomaly that we've got in the north end is very large. We see that combined with the alteration, high sulfidation alteration system we've got on Flint as having the potential to be a 1 to 3 million ounce property.
Listen, Dean, Peru is a fantastic place for the potential to make large discoveries. Thank you so much for taking the time to jump on, and I look forward to future updates about these projects.
Yeah, no, thank you, Shane. I look forward to sharing our successes with our shareholders and having a much stronger news flow going forward now that we've got these acquisitions behind us. And we're very excited to be able to deliver some future fantastic news in short order.